devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, call
Ooh, good morning. I really, really like that song. Good morning. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Oh my God, it is raining. Remember, I told you a couple of days back? One year it was raining, one year it was snowing. Well, it's 100% rain here today in Spokane. And we really don't get rain during the summer. It seems we get rain when we know it's going to start snowing and then the roads gets icy as shit. I would prefer the rain during the summer, but we don't really get rain here during the summer at all. So let me go up and let me say good morning. Good morning, my flower power. Oh, I saw that, Tina. Good morning, my flower power. Hi, Tina. Hi, Bambi. I was listening for a little bit, Bambi. I'm going to go back and watch your live. It's cold here, too. Good morning, Chantel. Party rock. Aaron, good morning. Hells to the Nah, good morning. Party rock. I said that dirty bitch. Good morning. Miss Sweet Tooth J, good morning. Oh shit, you're going as a middle-aged Karen. I even have Karen business cards to hand out. I'm sorry. It hurts, but that felt good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yesterday I went into Terry Lynn's live, okay? And she was walking through a bunch of horse shit, all right? So I go in the chat, hi, M Wit, and I said, TL, I need you to pick me up some horse shit. I need to do a spell. And she went, no, she said, how do you need me to get you some horse shit? I said, yes, I need horse shit. So she goes, well, I'm going to go to the car. I'm going to get some gloves, and a bag so I can ship this shit. So somebody said, Heidi, what do you need heart shit for? I said, because I'm going to do a love spell. And then I said, oh, by the way, I need some urine as well. She goes, urine? I said, yes, I need it fresh and I need about a gallon. I do. I'm feeling a little better. Um, I did what somebody, I think it was Brown Eye Girl, suggested that I take a half of pain, and I did that. So I went to see my doctor yesterday. No blood clots, no nothing. So still looking good. Good morning, my Sarah motherfucking Z. Yeah, but not as bad as I was, dirty bitch. Not as bad as I was. Trust and believe me, not as bad. Um, so, but Bomb went live last night. I know I was wrong. And people were like, some lady asked me, she says, Heidi, are you serious? What do you need this for? I was cracking up in the chat. I said, no, I'm not serious. They said, oh, well, TL thinks you're serious. TL did not think I was serious. I said, but that's what a good friend does. She would pick up hard shit and ship to me. I was going to see, they didn't get it. I was going to make a love spell. See, hard shit. You know, you want a man that's well endowed. See, it was a joke. Hi, Jennifer, baby. How are you? How are you? So it was a joke. But last night, Bomb went live. And I'm in my bed trying to sleep. And I made the mistake of putting Bombshell on. And I'll be damned was she not dragging a bitch. Oh my God. I wanted to get out of bed and get me a notepad because I wanted to take notes. And then when she said she gonna drag her for a whole week, I said, God damn. Bomb was dragging last night. I was like, oh shit. And the person she was dragging is this woman named Controller. Jesus Christ. Bomb said this woman took a picture of her asshole that was dirty as shit and dropped in the chat with all men. And they made a video of it. She goes, no kidding. She said, then when they were joking on her so bad, she cleaned her asshole and took another picture. I think it's the Juggalo chat. I think that's what it was called, the Juggalo chat. I was rolling. She pulled up shit from 7 years ago. I was like, oh my God. I'm telling you, Jennifer, I was in stitches. I was like, I can't go to sleep. I had to scoot myself up, prop myself up because I had to be able to laugh. I would hurt myself. I was cracking up. She dragged this woman last night. I'm like, how much more can you drag her? Bomb said, and to top it off, I'm going to drag your ass for a full week. She goes, and with that, good night, y'all. I said, damn. I actually watched this shit. I was done. I was done. I was like, damn. I heard, I've heard Controller. I heard when I not heard her. I heard about her when she had the accident with her daughter. When I went into KK's a couple of times, I heard KK speaking about her. So I guess she's just causing havoc. And Bomb didn't know the lady had been talking about her because she hasn't spoken about her. And Controller got her ass dragged last night. Jennifer, if that live is still up, I don't remember seeing you in there, Jennifer. She dragged her. I mean, I felt the skin being ripped off her ass. She dragged her. And it was effortless. I was like, damn. I thought I'd drag a bitch, but god damn, Bomb. She pulled out the trick-or-treat bag, and last night it was a trick for a treat for us, but a trick on her. It was bad. It was bad. So again, happy Halloween. I was going to do Susan Smith on the anniversary, which was October 25th, but I wasn't really up to par. Hell's to the no, it was a great live. I actually stayed up the whole time. I couldn't go to sleep because I'm like, what the hell is she going to say next? And soon as she ended her live, I went to sleep. Yeah, see, I wouldn't get in a drag battle with Bomb. I wouldn't do that. Mm-mm. Well, if I had a few libations, I might. But God damn. Good morning, my big fat wolf. How are you, sweetie? It is the end of the month today. Now, am I crazy? Have we gone through daylight savings time yet? I don't remember anything anymore. I really don't. I don't remember shit. Haven't we did this already? Haven't we went through daylight savings time? I've been drugged for a while. I don't remember. Oh, you're regretting it this one. Good morning, DJ Mandingo. Aesop's good morning. I haven't been drinking. You can't drink on medications. And I got to save all of my energy for my trip in December, which is coming up sooner than damn. We booked that shit in the beginning of September. Oh, God damn. And it's almost here. It's almost here. Tina, I was watching some of that Delphi stuff because I know you said you were going to call me, which I didn't get a call from you, but that's okay. And that psychologist that interviewed him, it's this weekend. Thank you. She's making me nervous. I don't say much. Yeah, it's time for them. Colorado. Or is it Arizona that don't do daylight savings times? Or is it both? I think Arizona, because when we go through the change, I'll be on the same time now as Drea, Gwen, which I haven't seen Gwen Branston. If I missed her, hi Gwen, I haven't seen you, but I don't remember seeing you. So, and then I think Denver too, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Let's see. And then Savage did a live yesterday, and she really did a great live yesterday as well. So I really, really enjoyed Savage's live. But I wanted to discuss Susan Smith because she's coming up for parole. Heidi, I had the grandkids and the Delphi case getting real weird. It is. Oh, Hawaii doesn't change. A DJ, I said in Savage's chat yesterday, I noticed how you were flirting with her. And I didn't want to have to put you in a suitcase unintentionally. Okay. I just wanted to let you know I was kind of hurt. I was a little hurt that you were flirting with Savage. But that's okay. I understand. She plays music. She dances around. Okay. She does everything I don't do. She's got a cute little avatar. I get it. I'm not going to be upset anymore. I was letting my jealousy show yesterday, but I'm good. DJ. Oh, but I'm good now. I feel better because I see you here. Okay, Arizona doesn't do it. And I think Denver too. I'm not sure. I'm not, but Hawaii. But I can't remember. The last three things I said, Google said, nope. Oh my God. Drag. Damn. Cooch. Are you doing a live anytime soon? Wait a minute. You got the Karen cardigan too. So I like cardigan sweaters. So does that make me a Karen? Hi, Sodan. Yes, you are up to this Reno trip. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We done booked it now, damn it. We done booked it. We done booked it. We done made hotel. We ready. We ready. Oh, you don't know when you'll be live. Okay. So let me ask you. So is your channel down, or are you able to go live, but you're just not going right now? I'm an honorary Karen. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really do. But let me tell you guys what I did yesterday. So I actually drove myself to the doctor. Good morning, Michelle LaBelle. And I drove myself to the doctor. And then I was in the doctor's office and I looked at my nails. So guess what I did yesterday? I went and I had my nails done. Okay. Had my nails done. I can't do it. I can't do it. I kept getting up and moving around, but it took longer. But I had to get my nails done. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. Oh, okay. All right. Oh. Okay, so let's talk about Susan Smith. I don't know if I want to do Susan's first or if I want to do this Unpair case I've been following, but let's do Susan. Go back to work, sweetie. I need money. Hurry up. Go back to work. I can't tell you the last time I put on a nude polish or a beige, or, well, not me, that I've had my nails done with those colors. Now, when I went to, no, no, no. When I went to that team building thing, I had like a subtle taupe. It was, no, was it? No, I had lavender, not lavender. Hi, Muggsy. I don't think I wear like subtle colors anymore. I don't think I wear subtle colors anymore. But let me tell you, if somebody comes in and I'm interviewing them, you know what I look at? I look at their nails. Muggsy, you got to blink. Muggsy, I need my money. Look, I don't want you just coming in here and telling me that you got to blink. I need my money, Muggsy. I need my motherfucking money, Muggsy. That's what I need. So as I understand that people are saying that you pay people, I think I've received maybe over the course of 2 years, a year and a half, three cash apps from Muggsy. And I don't think they've been over $10. So I'm just trying to figure out, where is he sending all this money to? Because I damn sure don't see it. But anyway, good morning, Gamecock Jenny. Good morning. So let's talk about Susan Smith, and then we have some videos. So October 25th, 1994, this woman got on national TV in Union, South Carolina. She ran to these people's house. Please help me. He's got my kids in my car. A black man has got my kids in my car. I remember it was late. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. When this came on the news, I was on the East Coast. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What? And when I heard it, I keep telling you guys what I said. I said, there's no damn way in hell a black man done carjacked her with 2 little kids in the back seat. I said, he would have stopped that damn car quick, fast, and simple and put them out. I said, most of them don't want to take care of it. That's what I said then, and I'm going to stand by what I said. I was like, oh, no, this don't sound right. I'm sorry. She was screaming, and she said the man told her to get out. If you don't get out, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot her. That's what the black man told her. He was going to shoot her. She said, she asked him, can I take my kids out? And he told her, just got out of the car. Don't worry, lady. I'm not going to hurt your kids. But wait a minute. He going to tell you to get out. But he going to keep your kids, and he's not going to hurt them. Was he holding them for ransom? Was he going to hold the kids for ransom? Now, let me see. The kids were, Michael was 3, and Alex, which is the baby, he was 14 months. This black man's going to take your car and your kids. Now, if I remember correctly, she asked the people to call her mother, not call the police. Thank you, Aesop, so we should know. Seriously, when I heard that shit, I'm like, wait a minute. They don't want their own damn kids. Why the fuck he gonna take yours and he not gonna hurt them? Was he gonna be a parent to him? Was he gonna try to adopt them? I was like, oh, girl, we got to do better than this. And this reminded me about the husband and wife in New York when he actually, not New York, Boston, when he actually caned his wife and tried to blame it on a black man for carjacking. I'm like, really? So they called her mother. Talking about the man that taking a car, taking the kids. Okay, now let's remember. Well, we all know what happened. She was dating this one guy. Guy had a lot of money. He told her he wasn't ready for a family. Instead of giving the kids to her husband, who adored his children, she decided to drive into John D. Long Lake. This shit is in my head. She decided to drive the kids into a lake. Hi, Snuggle Bunny. 9 days, 10 days, she kept saying the same shit. This black man. Good morning, T-Love. Good morning. I'm sorry. Tina, how else is there to do this? Oh my God, Karen done set off her car. Okay, you got to go to the park. You got to see a black man bird watching and harass him and take a video of it while you're doing it so we can really say you're Karen-esque. Okay? That's what you need to do. I'm serious. This went on for what? 9-10 days. You know, the black man, the carjacked her. She was at a stoplight and he took the car and the children. All on national TV crying. The husband's over there. He's looking. You know, at one point, I was looking and, you know, he was consoling her. Then you see another interview where he's side-eyeing her. Hi, Daddy's disappointment. Your family, Barbie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And yes, that mother-daughter duo is just totally gorgeous. Oh my God, she infuriated a lot of people. But you kept going on with this story. Almost 2 weeks. I wanted to know when you rolled that car. First, she said she was in the car too. Then she jumped out. I said, bitch, if you jumped out, why didn't you jump out and get your kids? Yes, Susan Smith. No black carjacker is going to steal a car with 2 little white kids. In fact, no criminal Well, that's not true because somebody wife did steal a car that had kids in it. She did this all in front of the cameras, and I'm going to show you guys this. She was begging for him to bring the kids home. Please, I just want them back. Please, I just want them back. I need Michael and Alex. There's her husband standing next to her mother, and then one time you looked at the husband and he's just staring at her like, bitch, what you do to my kids? Now, you were going to kill yourself. You were going to kill yourself. You were going to kill yourself. But then when the water got too much for you, you jumped out the car. But you didn't think about getting your kids out the car. That's true, Margene. All she had to do was give them to their dad. So now they started, I don't know if they were looking at cameras or there was, I forgot how, but there was no such carjacking. They were getting all these tips in, all of this stuff. You remember, I think it was her kids that was dubbed America's Children. I think it was her kids. She was lying. Now, it was my brother's birthday. I remember that she actually confessed or admitted to what she had done to those kids. Nobody kidnapped them. Nobody kidnapped them. Nobody stole a car. No one threatened to shoot her. Nothing. Nothing. They actually, I remember doing that thing that they actually had pictures. Anyway, those kids were found in that car, still strapped in. Now she's up for parole. But let me see, what did she say? She said that she was at her lowest, or she was down to her lowest when she let the kid. Girl, you were past low. Then she had the nerve to say that she knew the truth would come out. No, bitch, you didn't, because you let this carry on for 10 days. Nope. It wasn't until people started cyaniding her that she told the truth. O.J. Simpson was on trial then too, I do believe. I was sitting here thinking, I think O.J. was going, he was on trial then too. So, yeah, she went to trial in 95. O.J. was on trial then too. So unlike it is, today, cameras are allowed in the courtrooms at times, but not then. You weren't getting, well, in the OJ case, but not in Susan Smith. They wouldn't allow cameras and stuff. And then when she was saying, when they asked her, why did she kill her kids? Because she wanted to be with some man that didn't want a ready-made family. And the fact is, the man that she was seeing told her that he's sure her kids were good kids. He just didn't want any children. you this man doesn't want any children. And we say it, I know I said, no man's going to come between me and my child. You did not care about your children. You cared about a man that did not want to have kids. Now, what if you would have got away with this and you got pregnant? I'm sure you would have did whatever it took to keep that man. And let me tell you, when she said she was in the car, right? When the car rolled into the water, and then she got out, she got scared. When she went to that neighbor's house, yes, she's up for parole. Hi, Queen of O'Hara. When she went to that neighbor's house, guess what she wasn't? Your uncle was in a low, yeah, that wasn't a chase. That was a low speed drive by. You know, I mean, they were escorting the man to his damn house. And he in the back, I want to talk to my mama. I want to talk to my mama. Really? Really? But the man that shot the neighbor, they didn't even arrest him. But they had all of LA giving OJ an escort to his home so he can go take a shower and change clothes so they can arrest him. Girl, I tell you, this judicial system is something else. But this woman was not wet. Now, if you would have been in the water, your clothes would have been soaked. She was never in that car. She was never in that car with those kids. Now, it was a death penalty case. It was a death penalty case. My black hat music. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the $9.99. Thank you. Yep, she had sex with her. Yep, that's her. So they were managed, she got sympathy and they spared her life. She got a life sentence. Now, I would have gave her a life sentence with no parole. But she's got a life sentence with parole. And 30 years later, this bitch is up for parole. Now, let's see. Michael would be, he was 3 at the time. He would be 33. Alex would have been 31. 33, 31. And I remember, I think those kids were buried in the same coffin, right? Yeah, they were buried. Yep, I need my coffee. Matter of fact, I just got a cup of, you know what? Those 2 days when I was drinking cold coffee, and normally I drink coffee all day. I may make 2 pots of coffee a day. Even in my office, I got a little small thing, and that only does like 4 cups. But I can drink coffee all day. Can you imagine those kids spending 9 days in that lake? 9 days in the lake. I do remember it was a closed coffin. And if I'm not mistaken, they were buried in the same coffin. And I remember the husband was crying. Well, the ex-husband was crying. He wanted to see his kids. He wanted to see his kids, but they wouldn't let him see them because they said, you don't want to remember them like that. Now, to this day, this woman is now set for a parole hearing. What is it, November 20th? The husband says, hell no, she shouldn't get parole. The old prosecutor, if I'm not mistaken, saying she shouldn't get parole. Oh my God. Okay. Something's going on. They got a bunch of news conferences going on right now. My phone just started flashing. So let's take a look. Let's go back down memory lane, guys. I just gave you a synopsis. As a mother, my first period is always my child and will always be my child. Exactly. Let's go take a look at Susan Smith. Let's see how she was putting on for the public. Let's just take a look at Susan Smith. Wait a minute. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. It's this one. It's this one. I thought I had it already set up. Hold on a second. Let me go look. I do have it set up. I do. Okay. Here we go. Let me just put that up and then I can grab it. Okay. Let's look back at Susan Smith.
On Tuesday night, October 25th, a frantic call is received by the 911 dispatcher in Union County.
These are her children, and she jumped out of the car, and he took the car with the children, and he's headed toward Chester.
Some guy jumped into a red light with her car with her 2 kids in it.
Susan Smith says she'd been driving in her car in the town of Union with her 2 boys. At an intersection on Highway 49, she claims a black man with a gun jumped into her car. Several miles down the road, she says, the carjacker ordered her out.
Now, before this, let's not forget, after this was said, all these black men were being harassed because of what she said. That's right, what she said. Damn, Daddy's disappointment. Oh my.
Got away with her 2 sons, 3-year-old Michael and Alex, just 14 months.
He said, I want my mama. He said, Mama, where you going? And I told him, I said, baby, I gotta go, but you're gonna be okay. And I told him I loved him. I hollered I loved him.
Well, let me get this right. The black man, now see, when I was watching this the first time, I was like, wait a minute. The black man had a gun to you, and you said, the little baby said, Mama, where you going? And you said, she said, I hugged him. That's what she said. Go back again. It's what she said. She hugged him. And she said, baby, I love you. Hi, Jean. And I was like, wait a minute, what? This man got a gun to you. He's allowing you time. I was like, wait a minute. Get the fuck out of here.
And I told him, I said, baby, I gotta go, but
Several miles down the road, she says, the carjacker ordered her out and got away with her 2 sons, 3-year-old Michael and Alex, just 14 months.
he said, I want my mama. He said, Mama, where you going? And I told him, I said, baby, I gotta go, but you're gonna be okay. And I told him I loved him. I hollered I loved him.
Well, she hollered.
And then, the guy slammed the door and he took off. And I just felt like such a failure.
Susan Smith.
He took the time to let you do all of that. Then he slammed the door. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, say bye to your kids. Babies, I love you. Okay, let's go.
Smith first goes to this home, the home where the 911 call was made. Rick and Shirley McLeod.
I've never seen anybody so hysterical, so out of control, so in anguish. I mean, she could barely talk. She could barely hold her body up. And I literally had to hold her in my living room and guide her through what she was really trying to tell me to, that had took place. So
The next day,
She was making up a lie. She just let her car go into the lake with her 2 little children because a man did not want any kids. Instead of giving them to their father and having visitation, I'm sure he would have taken those kids. She could have had visitations outside the home. Hi, Crafting with Amanda.
The search begins for the alleged suspect and the boys. Police put out a description of the man, and for the burgundy protege he's said to be driving. Less than 24 hours after the reported abduction, the search goes nationwide. Sheriff Howard Wells coordinates the effort.
With daylight, hopefully we're going to find this vehicle today. We hope, we pray, but we're still waiting.
It's the dawn of a new day in Union, South Carolina, and still no sight of two little boys reportedly ripped away from their mother during a carjacking. It happened 2 days ago. Late last night, David Smith, the children's father, pleaded for help.
If you see anything suspicious, if you see a vehicle you think is the one that we're looking for, please notify any form of law enforcement agency and let them know how they resemble.
That man was in anguish. Anguish.
Sheriff's Office, Jeff Lawson.
That plea has been answered. Hundreds of phone calls are flooding into the police in Union, some as far away as California and Maine.
We've had sightings for the vehicle. We've had sightings supposedly of the children. We've had sightings of the vehicle and the children. We've had sightings that still put them together. We've had sightings that did not. It's just a common type of information. You have to rule out everything you got.
But what hasn't been given is that solid clue that'll lead police to the carjacker and 3-year-old Michael Smith and his 14-month-old brother, Alex.
Coming from Richmond, Virginia.
I'm sorry, what do you mean? Hold on a second. Hi, Rochelle. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Bambi, Nick Romana and SoFlo had court this morning. The video. What video, Bambi? What court? Well, anyway, let me finish this.
Frustrating for police, but they persevere, and so does the community. Wendy Fowler hasn't even met the Smith family, but she says she felt obligated to help out by distributing flyers all over Union County. I don't know if they're hungry, I don't know if they're wet, or whatever. You know, it's just real hard.
This is the beginning of an exhaustive search by hundreds of people. Sled officers, deputies, the highway patrol, and helicopters are brought in. And friends and family begin organizing a search effort.
We're forming groups to go around the immediate area and distribute flyers. It contains pictures of both the suspect and of the kidnapped children.
I have your kids them on there. I think of them all the time. You just want to look harder and harder, but you can only look so much.
Dan Parks gathered with other searchers at this command post, tired, dirty, and disappointed. Davidson County Sheriff Jim Johnson had just called off the search.
We're going to cease our operation here now.
Frustrating news after a lead that looked so promising. A fisherman thought he spotted the missing burgundy Mazda near Baden Lake. Later, a hunter told searchers he thought he heard a child calling out. Searchers, desperate for leads, descended on the area.
Come on, baby, we got it.
For 12 hours, they used dogs, all-terrain bikes, horses, and helicopters. For many, this had become an emotional effort that ended without a trace of the missing kids.
Volunteers spend hours searching every possible area. Yellow ribbons, symbols of hope, are tied all over the town of Union.
I could do just one thing to bring the babies back.
Then, two possible leads. A man fitting the description of the suspect robs a store in Salisbury, and police get a tip that the children are spotted around Baden Lake and Highway 49. But these leads fizzle, and attention turns to the parents. Court documents show the mother had filed for a divorce the week before, and that she had been granted permanent custody of the children during the separation.
We've had questions about her story. That's why we've talked to her more than one time.
Yes!
More questions for the mother, Susan Smith. Yes. Sheriff officials say there have been differences about her whereabouts before and after the carjacking that left Michael and Alex Smith nowhere to be found. Father answered more questions from investigators as well. But so far, the searches and questions have turned up with no answers.
The FBI confirms that Susan Smith took a lie detector test. News reports say she failed it, but no official confirmation. And on this day, Susan and David release a video of Alex and Michael. And while the nation watches home video of a mother celebrating her son Alex's first birthday, hundreds of volunteers and law officers search on land, air, and water for the two boys. The search goes through the weekend with no trace of the boys or the car.
The horses led the search this time for 3-year-old Michael and 14-month-old Alex Smith. So far, the searches have been fruitless, and investigators say any clue to help solve this case is needed.
Horses can go down in places and look in places and do more thorough checking than people on foot.
Volunteers like Eddie Odell say they hope to bring an end to this tragedy. For these horsemen, it's a Sunday well spent and a cause well worth it.
Solely for the children. All I want to do is see them safely back home and back to their parents.
Today's search included the John D. Long Lake. It's been searched before, and frustrated investigators want to be certain that they haven't missed the missing Mazda.
Just muddy water, slick bottom, that's about it. There's nothing else down there. No rocks, a few beer cans, that's about it.
A search like this is very labor intensive. That's because visibility out there is only about 18 inches in front of the diver, and basically they're feeling their way around for a car. Every search anywhere in the county brings out the residents who say every attempt, no matter how repetitive, is worth it.
Whatever it takes, it doesn't matter. If they just find those two kids, it'll be worth it all.
Just think, 2 babies out there. It's a terrible thing.
The search today covered a lake in nearby Lockhart. It also included some wooded areas around Highway 49, the suspected getaway route.
Halloween Monday, and parents in Union are afraid for their own children.
Before this happened, I could let him even go out in the yard and play, and me sit in the house where I could just keep a close eye on him, but now I'm even afraid to do that.
And still, Sheriff Wells has no clues.
We focused in our county, but there's nothing we've had so far to draw in whichever direction we need to go.
Then, almost a week after the boys disappeared, a family spokesperson tries to dispel rumors that it's all a hoax.
That is something that we are not talking about in the family. We are concentrating on what we have to do to find these children and bring them back home.
Then on Wednesday, Susan and David Smith appear in front of the cameras to make another plea.
I would like to say to whoever has my children.
Look how he's looking at her.
That they please bring them home to us where they belong.
Just that morning, the nation thought the case had been solved when Sheriff Wells announced there was a positive lead. But that tip from Washington State turned out to be unrelated.
The search took place here, inside and underneath Susan Smith's house. Across the street, Mode and Catherine Frost saw it all.
Looked like they took a box out underneath the floor. It looked like it was a box or something.
What do you think of that?
He's got me puzzled.
She's not the only one, because the sheriff, Howard Wells, isn't revealing what was found.
I cannot comment on that. Maybe we will have some information later on in the day.
As the day unfolded, though, there was no official word about Michael and Alex Smith, where they are, or why they were allegedly taken by a carjacker. This morning, the boys' parents appeared on Good Morning America, though, calling the house search routine and praising investigators.
I don't think there's anything they haven't done that they could do. I've just put my faith in the sheriff.
But after 9 days, is the sheriff putting his faith in her?
In this case, until I determine who's a suspect, everybody's a suspect.
There is still plenty of support for the boys and their parents in town, but with federal officials confirming now, Susan Smith failed a polygraph for a second time this week. Others, even those who know her well, are having doubts.
It's got me all puzzled now, because she failed it 2 times, and there's something wrong somewhere or another.
A crush of people waited anxiously in Union tonight for crushing news.
Susan Smith has been arrested and will be charged with 2 counts of murder.
The murders of her own 2 boys, Michael and Alex Smith, whose disappearance 9 days ago captured the nation's attention. The same 2 sons Susan Smith pleaded for just this morning.
It's very hard. The hardest part is not knowing, just not knowing.
But authorities say Susan Smith did know.
You see the husband? Oh, sorry. You see how he's sitting there, right? He knew. Look at this man. He knew she did something to those kids.
Just not knowing.
But authorities say Susan Smith did know. By 4 o'clock this afternoon, crime scene tape was going up around John D. Long Lake, 8 miles away, where submerged in murky water, divers found the missing car. And inside, presumably, the Smith children.
2 bodies were found in the vehicle's back seat. Identities are pending an autopsy.
As her story of a carjacking and abduction apparently unraveled, Susan Smith sat inside her grandparents' house until tonight, when the sheriff, who never publicly called her a suspect, laid the murders of her own 2 children squarely on her doorstep.
Smith is incarcerated at an undisclosed location.
Susan Smith had been a suspect from nearly the beginning. State law enforcement officials here in South Carolina report that it was the inconsistencies in her story, as well as all of this media scrutiny, that led Susan Smith to crack and confess to killing her 2 young sons. Police tell us Smith watched as her Mazda protege rolled into John D. Long Lake. Investigators say the car floated for a while, then flipped over and sunk. Smith's children were strapped to their seats when the car went down.
I don't see how any mother could put their children in a lake and watch them go down and die.
Neither do police. A motive hasn't been figured out, and tonight investigators won't talk about Smith's confession, but townspeople are talking. Robert Sinclair's son Mitchell is a close friend of Smith's. Even he says he had no idea what she had done. Did Mitchell have any idea that the car was at the bottom of the lake? Did she believe him? Did he believe her?
Yeah, she had everybody covered.
I hugged my little boy, and I just couldn't believe that somebody could do that to their children.
Donna Atkinson is still wearing a pin with a picture of little Michael and Alex on it. She and hundreds of others packed the street in front of the Union County Sheriff's Department. People like Lisa and Henry Campbell had hoped for the best, but got the worst.
It's this tragedy. I mean, I have 2 children of my own, and for a mother, there's no reason on this earth for a mother to do that to her children.
I feel for her, I pray for her, and the rest of the family mostly. But,
he looks like Dean. He looks like James Dean. He looks like James Dean. Damn.
Heart goes out.
Along with the anguish people feel for the toddlers, there is anger for Susan Smith, who said all along a black man had taken her children.
Everything come up that's wrong, everything come up that's bad, first thing you do is depict the black man as the epitome of evil.
A sad procession of patrol cars leads a tow truck away from John D. Long Lake. The muddy Mazda protege carried into town. Hope the children might still be alive faded tonight with the sun. At sunset, investigators plunged into the murky water of John D. Long Lake, where they found the car. The same car Susan Smith said was carjacked.
Did you see the windows were rolled up? Those windows were not down. They were rolled up. They were not down.
Was submerged less than a mile from where she reported the alleged crime. In the car, 2 children. Tonight, state investigators confirmed the terrible news. The bodies in the car were identified as 3-year-old Michael and 14-month-old Alex. Authorities say this wasn't a carjacking at all. Instead, they say this was murder, and the woman they've arrested is the little boy's mother, Susan Smith. Sarah Jane Parks knows Smith. She cried tonight when she heard the news on the radio.
It's just hard to believe something like this could happen.
How do you feel about this?
Any mother could do something like that.
A search that had prompted leads around the country, an international outpouring of sympathy for the children and their parents, ends just outside of town.
So this was the story. And then, I mean, those kids are still in the car. They couldn't take them out. Okay. So let's look at this 30 years later. Okay, let's go fast forward.
Said the children were staying with him.
She asked to get her children out, and he stated that he didn't have time, but he...
Local, state, and federal agents are working out of this command post at the courthouse. They're looking for 3-year-old Michael Smith and his younger brother, 14-month-old Alex.
State. Other folks tied up yellow ribbons along Main Street. People of Union describe this as a quiet, close-knit community. The boy's disappearance has brought folks here even closer together. The quiet is lost in the madness of a desperate search. Judy Johnson for ABC News in Union, South Carolina. Agents in bulletproof vests combed the woods where the possible...
She had not asked for it, so there was no reason to have a hearing.
Smith's defense attorney David Brock was just hired today. He refused to comment further. Tommy Pope is the solicitor.
As late as yesterday morning, Susan Smith was on national TV pleading for her children's return. Meanwhile, outside the courthouse, reporters were breaking the news of the day's events to stations and cities across the nation. Cameras were poised for the big announcement. Just before 7 p.m., the sheriff walked out, and he offered nothing more than this statement.
Susan Smith has been arrested and will be charged with 2 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of her children, Michael, 3, and Alexander, 14 months.
The sheriff said Smith is being held at an undisclosed location. He was visibly shaken and refused to answer any questions. As the night wore on, investigators continued to gather at the lake. A few hours later, the sheriff stepped out to say more.
I think
the
press attention to this case was very...
Further, Tommy Pope is the solicitor.
It qualifies as a death penalty case.
Pope hasn't decided whether or not he'll seek the death penalty. He calls this an unusual case because the Smith family is both the family of the victims and the defendant.
When I can do what the families want, I try to do it, but I also have to take consideration for the greater good and the greater justice. So ultimately, it comes back, I have to make the decision.
For the first time in 10 days, the sheriff of Union County wasn't saying much.
I have no comment on the note.
And Smith left the courthouse in the same manner. She was brought in, ducking her head and shielding her face. The crowd of people screamed, "Baby killer," as the car drove by.
So, okay, that's not the
Just
one that I
bear with
wanted.
me,
Hold on,
okay?
guys, I'm sorry. Hold on, that's not the one that I wanted. Let me stop that. This is the one that I wanted. It's my fault. I played the wrong one. Hold on. So sorry. That's not the one I wanted. Let me share this screen because I wanted you to hear what the prison guard had to say. Hold on. I want you to hear what the prison guard had to say. I think his name is Alfred. That's the one that had sex with Susan Smith. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Here's the one that I wanted to play. Close that one. Close this. And let's...
Her ex-husband won't block her upcoming parole. We got a very special guest doing everything he can to keep Susan behind bars. Now, Susan Smith was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for the murders of her sons, Michael, Alexander, back in 1994. Now, she told police that a black male had forced her out of her car and drove away with her 2 sons still inside. Now, the car was found in a lake and the boys inside. Of course, it turned out that there was no mystery man and that Susan Smith was the only person responsible for this. They're her beautiful boys there now. Now, Smith reportedly told relatives that she has spent enough time in prison and she feels like she should be released.
Hold on. So Susan feels that she should be released because she spent enough time in prison for killing her son. Her sons. So she feels she should be released. Got you, girl. Let's go.
What do you think about that? Well, welcome on the show, very special guest this morning. He was the solicitor for South Carolina's 16th Judicial District. You know him and love him for being one of our guest legal analysts, attorney Tommy Pope. Good to see you, friend. This case, it comes up a lot, as you know. You tried one of the most famous cases in the world of true crime. And now here we are. This woman is up for parole. And she wants her husband's support. Tommy, what can you tell us about this? What is her husband David's position, if you know?
You know, David, during the 9 days she was claiming there was a carjacker, David stood by her side, even though she was telling him the boyfriend she was trying to get would probably want to come visit, and he was supportive of her up till the end. You know, there was a dual investigation with law enforcement. You, as you know, you always look at the family members in addition to looking for the carjacker. And so David's always been supportive, but when the truth came out, he was my rock when it came to seeking the death penalty, because ultimately, you know, it's difficult to seek the death penalty against a female. It's difficult in a small town, and ultimately I sought the death penalty and she received life. But David's always been solid. He has not been vindictive. It's all about justice for Michael and Alex, and I respect that.
No, I know you do, Tommy. Tommy, what are the odds that she goes free? What do you think?
You know, Julie, you've been in front of a lot of juries, and you never know what you think they're coming out with. And to a certain extent, I think the parole board is similar in that, you know, they will take both sides. They will hear, you know, her behavior in prison has mostly been self-centered. She's had sex with guards, you know, all the things she's done. The flip side is she hadn't killed another inmate in prison or things of that nature. But I also think they'll look at the crime. For me, the most important is the sentence she received of life in 1995, the jury could not be told that life didn't mean life. In other words, they were told, take life in your plain and usual meaning. So even afterwards, the jurors were saying, she'll have to sit in prison, she'll be remorseful about Michael and Alex, and she'll be there the rest of her life. Well, the two fallacies are she's clearly worried about Susan and her sexual relationships or other relationships, not about Michael and Alex. And again, the jury didn't know she should be eligible. So it's not from a vindictive standpoint, I don't think, with David. It certainly isn't with me. It's from a justice standpoint.
Hold on.
Oh, absolutely, Tommy. Well said. Children, Michael, as I understand it, was 3 years old at the time, and Alex only 14 months old when she killed them both. The pain that certainly her husband David.
What her husband had to say. Okay, here we go. Because she was still talking in my ear and I couldn't get her out. This is Susan Smith's ex-husband and his new wife.
That.
What are you worried about?
Worried that they'll have sympathy for. I don't know exactly how the parole board works, as this will be the first time. Meaning, I don't know if it's a majority rules or if it has to be unanimous for her to get paroled. But if it has to be,
look at this man. Look at his eyes. He's still feeling everything he felt then, and it's 30 years later. She took his sons from him. She has shown nothing. She's still busy having sex, still being, you know, still gluttony, and greed.
Just a majority rules, that word, that really scares me. Because it'll only take a couple to have sympathy for it and to think that 30 years is enough. And I'm terrified that she could possibly get out. A lot of family, a lot of friends say it won't happen, especially not the first time. And I think that too, but still a possibility, it still could happen.
Yeah. You said you're not sure whether it'll be a written statement, whether it's something you'll stand and say that's from your heart. What can you maybe do to impress upon the parole board that 30 years is not enough time?
I don't know. I guess I haven't thought that far yet. But I think, and I think that's why I'm leaning more towards just speaking from the heart. Than having something written down and having to look down and read it and then make eye contact going back and forth. I want to look at them. I want to look them in their eyes the whole time I'm speaking to them. And hopefully that will make an impact.
I think as we spoke with the Union County Sheriff, who could potentially be asked his opinion, and talking to Tommy Pope, the prosecutor who handled the case, and some others, everybody says their recommendation is that she not receive parole, based a little bit on some of her behavior as it relates to her time in prison.
Have you followed any of that at all? And what are your thoughts?
I haven't like tried to keep up with Susan while she's been in prison, but when something would happen and it would make, breaking news, I know about things she's done in prison.
Hi, Savage.
With affairs with the guards and drug use.
Yep.
But have I tried to keep up with what she's doing in prison?
Nope.
No. I've tried to forget her. And I think I was doing a pretty good job up until this year.
Is this year harder because of the parole hearing and because it's another one of those milestone anniversaries?
30 years.
30 years. I mean, it seems like a long time, but
I think it's more the parole hearing that's causing me concern and worry. And then knowing that I'm going to go back every so often and go through it again.
And again.
that's right. Depending upon what the parole board decides, this could be an every year type of thing.
Right.
This could be an every 5-year type of thing.
Exactly.
You have to keep making an argument. How tough is that going to be?
I don't know.
It's tough for him right
I haven't
now.
got that far yet, but if it's anything like the first one, it's going to be some long years ahead. Because every time she comes up, I'm going to be scared to death. This is going to be the one that she might get out.
Yeah, just for your family, Tiffany. What are your thoughts? It has been very weighing heavily on me as well. Of course, you know, we knew each other at the time that everything happened. So, you know, I've been with him since the beginning. I've seen everything, every heartbreak he's went through. I've seen all the tears, all the pain,
Depression.
I've seen it all. And to know that she's what has caused all of that.
I think she wants.
I mean, it's just, there's no way to describe how I feel. It's just very frustrating to think that she could possibly get out. Makes me, you know, angry when I think about her getting out. Because like he said, you know, she's 30 years for 2 lives is nowhere near long enough.
Nope.
And of course, when she was given her life sentence, the jury wasn't allowed to be told that life meant she could get parole after 30 years.
30 years to life, right.
They just thought, you know, she's going in for life, which is what I thought, you know, at the beginning too. So,
a lot of people thought that. I've had people approach me in the last few months. You know what I'm saying? I saw something about your ex-wife coming off parole. I thought she went to prison for the rest of her life. I said, well, she got life, but it wasn't true life.
On Tuesday night,
Whoo! That man is still feeling every bit of what happened. And you can see it in his eyes. He's not over it. He's not done with it. Nothing. So I wanted to bring that one to you. And then, ladies, if you have an Unpair, Margie, tater tits. Wait a minute. When did Savage get tater tits? Who calls her tater tits? Y'all, you know what? Tater tits? Did I miss something yesterday? Tater tits? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so I was following this story about this Unpair. And you know, at one point, some years back, whenever you heard the story of a nanny or Unpair, you know, they were having an affair with the husband. Oh, it's an inside joke. Oh, okay. Thank you. They were having affairs and whatever else. Well, guess what? Shit hasn't changed yet. Okay? Shit hasn't changed. These Unpairs, they go to the house. They're going to take care of the kids. They're going to fuck your husband. Explosive device investigation arrest for, oh my God. Okay, so they're going to fuck your husband. They're going to plot to kill you. And in some instances, they succeed. And then they set, let's listen. All right, let's listen.
Shocking new details in the case of an alleged murder plot in Fairfax County. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Leon Harris.
I'm Erica Gonzalez.
Virginia,
this morning, an au
Washington.
pair charged in the murder
DC.
entered a guilty plea and has agreed to testify against her alleged accomplice.
Unpair.
News 4's Amy Cho has been following this story. She's joining us now live in the studio with the latest. Amy?
A complicated months-long plot that ended with 2 people dead, according to prosecutors. They say the au pair, Juliana Perez Magalis, was having an affair with the husband she worked for, and the 2 of them allegedly conspired together to get rid of his wife.
Today in court, the au pair told prosecutors she and the husband, Brendan Banfield, used a fetish website to lure a stranger to the house, Joseph Ryan. Prosecutors say Ryan believed he was going there to meet the wife, Christine Banfield, for a consensual sexual encounter where he would tie her down and use a knife to cut off her clothes. Christine had no idea. According to prosecutors, Ryan showed up to the house and began carrying out what he thought was the agreed-upon plan, holding Christine down at knife point. The au pair told prosecutors she and the husband then burst into the bedroom with guns, pretending to be surprised, as if they hadn't set the whole thing up. According to the au pair, the husband, Brendan Banfield, called out police because he worked as a federal agent, then shot Joseph Ryan using his service weapon. Banfield then allegedly stabbed and killed his wife, Christine. The au pair says she shot Joseph Ryan too because he was still moving.
So he's a federal agent. He shot him using his service weapon. Okay.
He died on scene.
Today's agreement marks a significant step forward in this case, and it is an important development in our pursuit of justice for the victims and their families.
Prosecutors previously showed pictures in court of the au pair and husband together and the au pair at a gun range. She later told prosecutors she didn't want to go through with the murder plot, but Brendan Banfield allegedly told her it was too late to back out. He was arrested last month and charged with the murder of his wife and Joseph Ryan.
Now, prosecutors say they plan to ask for the au pair, Juliana Perez Magalis, to be released from jail right after Brendan Banfield's murder trial. The deal, of course, is for her to cooperate and testify against him. If she does not cooperate, she could be looking at up to 10 years for manslaughter. And either way, since she is not a U.S. citizen, she could be deported whenever she...
Now, here's my problem with this. You participated in a murder, but you're going to release her after his trial if you cooperate. She's going to be deported. She should serve 10 years, if not more, and then deport her ass back to her country. I don't think she should get off because she cooperates. She needs to serve some type of prison sentence.
She does get out, guys.
All right, looking ahead to Brendan Banfield's trial, how could this cooperation deal affect that? What happens there?
Yeah, that's a good question. It certainly will be very interesting to see how this plays out in court at Banfield's murder trial. This could theoretically create a huge opening for Banfield's defense to paint her as an unreliable witness, to say her testimony is not credible and she is simply saying whatever to get herself out of jail. This is something we have seen in murder trials before. I saw this just last week at a murder trial I was covering. So still remains to be seen how this will all play out in court. As of now, Brendan Brendan Banfield's murder trial is scheduled for early February, guys.
All right. Amy Cho, I mean...
You just have to feel for the child.
Yeah, of course.
The child who everyone who was supposed to be here to take care of that child, and look after that child is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amy, thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Sure.
So that's that one. Yes, the child. Children always seem to get lost in these kind of cases. They always seem to get lost or they're forgotten about. Susan Smith, by no means should she come out of prison. By no means. And when Margene is the one that asked me about Susan Smith, I think it was Margene. Or was it Gene Wader? Somebody asked me about Susan Smith, and I said I was going to do it, and I was going to do it this. I said, no, let me just do it today because I'm 6 days late as it is, but no, so it wasn't you. It was Gene Water. Gene Water, Watter, Gene Water. She asked me about it, and I said, because you both were texting me at the same time, Margene. And look, so she pled guilty. She's going to testify against him. By no means do I believe this woman should get out of prison. Now, let me just show you this real quick. This is the video. Hold on. Here we go. Let me show you this video right here. And you'll see how she was acting. Here's the body camera.
Just the moments after a crime we've been covering for years. Police say a man and his family's au pair killed his wife and another man. That au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhães, just pleaded guilty to manslaughter in this case. Now, we're able to show you some of what officers saw when they first arrived to the scene. Watch.
I don't know. He started stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him.
So Magalhães appears to be shaken up, but police believe she and Brendan Banfield killed his wife, Christine, and Joe Ryan, and then tried to blame Ryan for the killings. Banfield's trial is scheduled for February.
All right, a developing story in Princeton.
Okay, do we see her shaking? Do we see how she's faking? When I tell you women are treacherous, I mean they are treacherous. She was faking the whole time. Now, you burst in with a gun. Well, he burst in with a gun. You had a knife. You took this woman from her child. For what reason? For what reason? So, hold on a second. Hold on. Here's the other one. And then you set this man up. Now, I don't know if you remember this case where the husband and this black guy, he used to pay him to come around and do things at his home, right? He set it up to make it look like the man came in and was attacking his wife and he killed him. Same thing happened to this Navy guy. This woman who was in the Navy that set up someone that she was having sex with to make it look like he came in to R her because she was trying to sue the Navy because she said she was being assaulted and harassed. And they wind up going to jail. I don't know why these people don't think they're going to get caught. I don't get it. Well, this is the body cam footage.
Hey, Paul, or Jose. You got that. You got that. Watch out, Matt.
Hey. There's a dog back there.
So somebody's outside.
Someone's outside in the back?
In the back?
What's all this shit behind the door?
Anyone else outside? Huh? Who else is outside?
Nobody's outside.
Anybody over here?
My room. And here.
Here, man, stay here. Man.
Hey.
Stay right here.
Who is the shooter?
Who shot who?
Brendan, he's an officer.
I got a blowout kit if you need it. Bring it up.
Is there anyone else in the house? Any kids in the house?
He's an officer, guys. The shallow one.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want, I'll hold down here.
Like this. Ain't nobody gonna know.
Bring her down here, and we can get info directly from her.
Hey,
can you come down with me?
Anybody has any blowout kit? She's breathing. She's got a lot of tablets. I think Zach just say have
Wait
a minute, she was
We're
on
getting the
the
ambulance here now.
My host kid is downstairs.
Okay.
I'm in here.
How old's your host kid?
She went in there and grabbed the phone.
4.5. Where is she?
I need to talk to her. She doesn't know anything. What's
Can we get her and we'll go outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna get her.
Hey, she's grabbing their 4-year-old. We're gonna go outside.
Okay.
Just grab her, please.
It's okay. Yeah.
She's just poor.
I know this is
Down
hard.
in the basement.
Let's get her outside, and then I need to get some information from you.
This is a basement, guys. Hi,
Hey, I'm Officer Bell. Nice to meet you. Do you want to go outside with us?
We need to go outside, okay?
Let's go.
It looks like a Sunday. That's the basement.
Come here. Can I take this
Yeah, whatever you need to do. What's your name?
There's 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom, everything.
Here.
Okay, so you're with him. Okay.
All right, let's get outside, okay? It's okay. Just breathe, okay? Here, let's go out this way.
Oh, Lord, understand that.
So, hey, do you want to hang out with that officer right there?
Fly back around front corner.
To take over? Good. Still breathing.
Sorry?
Still breathing.
Still breathing?
Hey.
Do you want me to put her to watch a show or something?
If you just want to tell me quickly what happened,
I don't know what happened. Everything happened too fast. I was going to take her to the zoo this morning.
Can you go with Officer Batani really quick?
Why don't you come with us? Yeah.
He has some stickers for you.
I was going to take her to the zoo this morning. And then I forgot the lunch we were going to bring. I turned around and came back here. And then I saw this car. This is her car. Person, I guess.
You don't know who that? Do you know who the person is?
I have no idea. And then also his car called her to see what's going on because it's early in the morning, like.
Oh my God, we just had
And
another
then it was
death
straight
of
to
a
voicemail.
miscarriage.
I called Brendan. It's her husband. He's up there. I told him I see a strange car, but I don't know who is that. Can you please come in here? I'm scared. I was in the car, and then he came here, and then we went inside. The guy, I don't know who it is. He was spanking her. I was just here.
Were you here when it happened, or did you walk up in there and that's how they were?
Yeah, he went upstairs first, and then I went to see what is going on. I left the basement, and then when I went upstairs, Brendan was saying, "Police, drop the knife, drop the knife."
So, Brendan's a police officer.
Yeah, he's an officer.
Is he with Fairfax?
No.
Where is he an officer?
I don't know. I think it's he was officer in Vienna.
Vienna?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second.
I'm gonna get.
Okay.
Do you need anything else right now?
Not right now. The guy who shot is they think a Vienna police officer. So we got to think about that. That car, we don't know who. That's the guy who came up here that started the issue. This car is the outside guy, the silver car.
These two.
So this is their car. That is the guy who came here.
Okay.
And then it was because they were yelling at each other. He was saying like, drop the. I'm sorry, my first language is not English.
No, you're doing really well.
He was saying drop the.
The knife or the gun?
The gun. And Brendan said, no, police don't drop the knife. And he was saying, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna kill her. And I don't know, he started stabbing her.
Exactly.
I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shot him too because...
Oh my God.
It's okay. You don't have to get all out right now.
I never saw her before. Like,
you didn't see the girl before either? So the guy and the girl you don't know?
She's my boss.
Okay.
But I never seen it before. Like,
she's short.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the body cam footage. Anyway, there's another woman that just lost her life in Texas.
The News 4 Run.
She had a miscarriage. This came across my phone. Margene, thank you for being a member for 16 months. A woman in Texas reportedly died from a preventable infection because doctors had to wait until there was no heartbeat. According to state law, before treating her for a miscarriage at 17 weeks, she had to wait nearly 2 days before receiving treatment, and she died of a preventable infection. Her name is Giselle Barnaca. She's 28 years old. She's a mother of one, and she had a husband. She has passed away due to a preventable infection. Okay. It said at 17 weeks pregnant, Jocelyn was taken to Houston Hospital, where doctors told her it was inevitable that she would miscarry her son. However, according to the ProPublica, they had to wait 40 hours to remove the fetus, leaving her uterus exposed to infection until there was no heartbeat due to the state ban on abortion. During this time, she prayed and she would make it home to her 1-year-old princess. But she died the next day with her husband by her side, leaving him to raise his daughter as a single father while most of the family remained in Honduras. Oh my God. More than a dozen medical experts, including paternal fetal medicine specialists, OBGYNs, and researchers said that Barnaca's death was preventable. They also labeled her case as horrific, astounding, and egregious. Yep, it was sepsis again. She died at Houston Healthcare Northwest. I know what that's at. They said the healthcare center put out a statement saying our responsibility is to be in compliance with applicable state and federal laws and regulations. What about your oath to protect? What about your oath? You let this woman die knowing full well what could happen. She went sepsis again, just like this other woman did. They don't give a fuck about the patients. They want to be in compliance because they don't want to lose their license. This woman lost her life because some fucked up law that was put on the books. How do they sleep with themselves? Margene, thank you for the $5. I didn't even see that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's the Hippocratic Oath. It's all about being in compliance. You remember all these doctors way back when that were performing abortions, or clinics were getting bombed. All of this stuff was going on. Doctors' families were being targeted. These doctors did what they thought was right because of their patient. Chicago, I think, is the only state, maybe not the only state, that hasn't banned abortions. So people are traveling to Illinois. But the problem is if someone knows you're pregnant and you travel to Illinois to get an abortion, you go back, you can be arrested. You can be arrested. Is that right? No. But if you're pregnant and for whatever reason you cannot have that child, if you travel to Illinois and someone knows, you may have a Karen that'll go tattletale on you and you're going to be arrested for homicide. Unlike Donald Trump, who thinks that people deliver babies and then they're aborted. What? Okay, Ohio still does them too. Is Ohio a blue state or a red state? I see. It's been so long since I looked at the damn map with who's red, who's blue. I know Florida's red, Texas red, Louisiana is red. I don't know how, but they're red. I'm just like, this shit is crazy. This woman lost her life. They could have done something to help her. Hi, Laney Lane. Okay, they're red. Okay, well, Ohio is not a real, it's Jen and Natty. Ohio is not a real state. Oh my God, Ohio is not a real state. Oh God, it is raining here. How would they like it if that cut off their penis? Because they're the ones that's doing it impregnate. A woman can't impregnate her. Well, she can with the help of a doctor. Is that illegal now too? Is IVF going to become illegal too? Damn. Damn. Savage, I was saying earlier, I really enjoyed your live yesterday, and I really hope you get a chance to do a garage live this weekend. But I really enjoyed your live. So before I get out of here, is everybody going to go trick-or-treating? Muggsy left and didn't send me my damn money. Muggsy, I'm going to have to talk to you later because you left and didn't send me my damn money. Okay. Oh, I saw Donald Trump actually getting in a garbage truck. I said, no, you shouldn't get in the front seat. You need to get in the back seat. And then I was browsing on TikTok and ran across that video that I put up last night. Oh my God, 77. Hold on. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Good morning, Heidi. Right now, it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's 39 degrees here.
Expect a high of 47 degrees.
It's going to be 47 degrees here. Oh, he was supposed to invest. Yes, I like your law company. I like that you guys are practicing law. I'm going to continue watching a few cases myself. I watch weird cases that Court TV doesn't cover, but I have to watch it on their town, like something that happened and Court TV isn't covering it. Well, like the YSL trial. Lil Rod accepted a plea deal yesterday. So it's not being covered on CNN, but it's being covered by the local stations in Atlanta, and they run the whole trial. I keep forgetting people have Alexa. No. So Mike, I was going to wait to discuss that with Debbie, but guys, since we're talking about this, I was going to wait and do it with Debbie tomorrow morning, but I'm going to do it now. You guys know, because I thought about it. I didn't speak about it yesterday, and I knew why, because I wanted to talk about it with Debbie, but we're going to discuss it now. How many of you guys remember Mike? How many of you guys remember Mike from 90 Day Fiance? You know why? I'm gonna have to get Kiki and Kibitz off my thing. I'm definitely gonna have to get them off my thing because she just do a little bit too much. You change your Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Can you change the name? No, not Mike and Natalie. He was on the first season. First season. I'm trying to find a picture so I can show you guys on how he looks. He married, he was on the first season. His name is Michael Eloshway. He was on 90 Day Fiance. He's at what Twinsburg? Is that where he's from? And he married the girl at the time. She was 21, but he was convicted of child pornography. And he has a 5-year-old daughter. I'm trying to find his picture. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to find his picture. But he said he accidentally downloaded it. So he pleaded guilty in front of a federal judge. He was sentenced to 10 years for downloading thousands of images of child pornography. He said he unknowingly downloaded this. He didn't know he was doing it. He said he was looking for adult pornography. He was looking for adult pornography. Okay? Because he had got into a bad car accident. And his friend had died, suicide. His sister was diagnosed with cancer. He said that when he realized what it was, he deleted it. No, that I'm gonna tell you who he married. I'm trying to find the damn picture of him so you can see he looked like a pedo. Hold on, let me pull up. I'm trying to get the images. Hold on. I think I got an image of him. Nope. Hold on. Let me go to Google. Let me put him in here. And then I can show you a picture. Images. Got it. Okay, here we go. Let me show you. This is Michael. This is him right here. That's him. Omar Jean just sent it to me, but it's on my phone. Okay, that's him. That's what he looks like. And he's found guilty. Hold on, let me replace screen sharing. And here we go. I got a better picture of him. There you go. There he is. Now, he doesn't have to turn himself in until Christmas. And guess why? Because he wanted to spend one more Christmas with his daughter. What kind of justice system do we have? So they're going to let him turned himself in after Christmas. His IP address was flagged. So he didn't download this one time. It was 4,517 files, contained sadistic and misogynistic content. He sent 5 video files and 57 images to an undercover officer. He said he downloaded them by mistake. He said he downloaded them by mistake. Hi, Polly. How do you download something by mistake? His wife actually went to court and pleaded that it was an accident. He's a good husband. So he had a federal search warrant in 2023 on his desktop computer. And here is what the father of one was voluntarily interviewed and admitted to sharing files online for approximately 20 years. Now, I remember because when I saw him, after I went back and watched the first season, because I didn't start watching until Angela and Michael, I said, he looks like a pedo. I said, I wouldn't trust him. And that girl, when she went on the show, she looked so young. But she was 21 at the time. She looked young. Think he's 10 years older than she is? Yeah, he's 10 years older than she is. Nothing wrong with it. I was 9 years older than my ex, okay? But she looked like a pet nut. She looked like a teenager when you saw her on TV. Yes, Jared too. So she wrote a letter to the court. She says, we have a 5-year-old daughter together. Her name is Olivia, and Mike is a very involved parent. She is very attached to Mike, and he is a very loving and caring dad. They go on father-daughter dates. I wouldn't trust him with my child all the time. They share hobbies like collecting rocks, making bread from scratch, and reading books together. Mike is my family and the closest person that I have. I cannot imagine my life without him. He has a kind soul, and he never shies away from helping anyone. My family is being torn apart, and I know he has been tortured by his feelings of guilt and regret for the irresponsible mistake he's made. Girl, it wasn't a mistake. He's been doing it for 20 years before he met you. He had maintained his innocence, but admitted searching for explicit teen videos. Girl, I would not trust my daughter with this man. What is wrong? Because it was pictures? How do we know if there's not some? He was trading photos. He was trading files. He had a fetish. She looked like a little kid here. This is how she looks now. That's how she looks now. So I am so confused. I can't even speak. I'm confused. They like to spend time together. They go on what? Let me see. So they had another guy. What's the other guy's name? This was what's his name? Douglas. He was on 90 Day Fiance. And that was supposed to be he's the one, what's his name? Wooten. That was Angela's friend, right? Murder. He killed someone. Who was the other guy? It was somebody else. The guy from 90 Day, Michael, who was with Ashley and whatever. He killed the guy in the barbershop. Let me see. What was the other guy's name? There's been so many people from this show. What's the guy's name that tried to kill Caroline? I remember him. Cole. That's his name. I'm gonna have to go look at all of these things about all these people that have been in trouble with the law for either robbery, attempted murder, because we know love after lockup, they all go back to prison sooner or later. There's only been a few that stayed out. So I'm gonna have to look at all these people who've been involved with some serious crimes. I think I found it. Yep. So I'm gonna have to get all of that together. But again, I want you guys to be safe out there. I know it's raining here. I don't know about any place else, but Savage says it's raining there, but it never fails since I've been here for Halloween. It's either raining or snowing. First year I took Kayla, when I was here the first year by myself, I just moved here. We had snow. Second year, rain. Third year, snow and rain. This year, rain. But we're under a winter warning right now. So we'll see what happens. But that's everything that I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Don't forget, we got how many days we have left to it's time to vote? 7, 6, 7. T-shirt weather here, of course. And guys, Chantel put up a video yesterday of the Discord with Lisa. And if you guys want to go listen, but in essence, for the last 2 weeks, she doesn't want to wake up and do the drugs. It's just don't feel right anymore. And she's, she had to get a piece of paper signed. And, she's now just waiting. But don't forget, last week she had a ticket and she was going, or the week before was a ticket. Then she was going to be going in Monday because a car was going to pick her up. And she was going to go in for 30 days. She's saying that her parents have to pay them back for the ticket. Girl, you never had a ticket. That shit was so fucked up. You had one confirmation number, then the other on the next screenshot. 75 there. Hi, Deborah. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. But we talked about Susan Smith. We talked about the Unpair. Now we're talking about Lisa, and we were talking about these criminals off of the 90 Day Fiance franchise. So Debbie and I are probably going to just go live Saturday morning because I know she does stuff with Jamal today and tomorrow. But we're going to discuss Statler losing her shit on Dempsey and the fact that Statler's friend Corona called her out basically for being a local. Right off the bat, girl, they dropped his they were going to drop his email address. His name is Caitlin Kane at iCloud. I remember, and they were going to make him famous, they said. So Girl, Chantel, I don't think you're fat, but if you say so. So again, she's lying. She's lying. It's always a different story. I was here for the pedo. Oh, sickening. Yeah. So wait a minute. What pedo, baby? You mean a guy from 90 Day. Okay. So again, she's lying. And I'm glad that lady went in that Discord and called her ass out, because everybody's giving her, well, Lisa, did you use the resources? Girl, stop. Stop. Lisa's not going to rehab. If you look at her fingers on that other video, you see all the black soot. You can see the black on her teeth and her gums from using that pipe. Stop it. You know damn well she doesn't need money for food. Oh, Meeks was live yesterday. Did anybody see Meeks' video? Hold on a second. Do you guys know who Meeks is? Meeks is the lady. Hold on. I think Kai had it. Hold on a second. Before I go, my head is starting to pound. Kai. Meeks. Hold on. Who had Meeks? Was it Kai? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna introduce you. Hold on. I'm gonna introduce you guys to Meeks. Meeks knows Diesel. Lisa claims that she doesn't know who Meeks is. Okay. Yep, that's when she dipped. So this is Meeks right here. This is Kai Fotzi's video.
Like in the back of her head, y'all can like make a clip, a snapshot, and then y'all enlarge it. Y'all can tell, and y'all can see the path she can take from her dad. Her dad's house sits on a corner, and I know the girl who called her out, Nicole, I think that's her name, and she stays a little bit up that alleyway. If y'all know that White House, which she showed y'all when she got out on the left or whatever, there was a White House. She stays directly, her parents stay directly on the corner in a duplex.
So here's the thing. Meeks is telling people in this video and giving out her address to tell them to reach out to the landlord to tell them that there's a crackhead living in that neighborhood. Meeks and her husband were live, and Meeks is putting her business.
Yes.
Real.
Dragonfly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever saw her passing by and you hear music, she's around the corner from her dad's house, but she be walking up and down that particular street. I caught several signs that she passed. No, Jersey fan.
That's me.
You got bail money for me, Dana? Thank you.
Meeks.
Sometime soon. Anyway,
was it Meeks or was it the other one that broke her glasses, that punched her? Meeks knows her. She knows her sister-in-law, or her sister is the one that Lisa was always using a Cash App for. People are reaching out to the landlord. Oh my God. Meeks knows Diesel really well. And Lisa is just a liar. We all know that. Pearly. Yep, that's her name.
What is Street Avenue? Geyer Street.
Okay, so she gave out her address there. I was trying to avoid that. But she's
I guess a Z-trip or a lift or whatever. She got out on them. There's that White House at the bottom of her hill.
She's put all her business out there yesterday.
Yep, that's by the favorite bridge.
Put her dad. Well, everybody knew her daddy's address.
I would have to look on the Google, Chris.
But Meeks put it out there.
Oh, the one, the gray building she was sitting up in. That's on Beaver.
The landlord is evicting them?
That's the methadone clinic on Beaver Avenue, or straight over from Beaver Avenue, right?
So that's Meeks. I'm not going to play all of Kai's video, but that's Meeks. That is her. Chantel covers Lisa, but I didn't see Meeks on yours. It popped up when I was at the doctor's office. So this was Lisa yesterday asking people to go to Discord because she wanted to let them know what was going on.
Hey guys, good morning.
This is the cleanest I've seen her look.
I didn't even get to share. Sorry, I was throwing my hair up. Good morning, Amy. Hey. Hey, Amber. Hey, Pam. How are you guys?
She took a shower.
Thank you for sharing, Teresa. Good morning. Good morning, Christine. Beck. Jet. Yeah, sort of. Thanks, Shell. I appreciate that. Good morning. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Shell.
Oh, God.
Hey, D3D. I'm going to do that today. Definitely went to the clinic, if that's what you mean. Thank you, Jet. But anyways, I just wanted to bring up, I'm going to be, Missy, yes. I'm going to be over on the Discord on the Surviving Lisa Richard because...
That's her yesterday. Now, the day before, her fingers were black. There she is there.
Because I had to walk up and get a single for 75 cents.
But she says she doesn't smoke anymore. And one video she was smoking.
I did tell you.
She looks like Skeletor. Look at this woman. Look at this woman. People don't realize that they're killing her. She doesn't care about herself. She don't care about the kids. Didn't care about her pets. Don't care about her sisters. Don't care about her parents. But I understand the daddy is an abuser. Allegedly, he's also a pedo. Allegedly, her mother is hooked on opiates. Allegedly. So the whole family is fucked up. Now the brother is 27 years old and he's still living at home, never had a job. But for her parents not to have any money, her dad's always going to a car auction or they're at bingo or all this shit. She's a liar. But they're poor.
It's L Richard XO, my PP. You can't find it? Friends and family.
And she comes on every day begging. Margine, you really need to check her out.
I don't know the time yet.
She was supposed to be going to rehab. Clara was going to pick her up. Then she had a bus ticket. She's tried all these scams. Now, Kim...
No, you don't have to. I said if they want to.
Kim lives in Connecticut. And on the Facebook page, they posted the crime, cyber, whatever unit, and they're submitting all that information because I guess an investigation is going on with them, with the money laundering and stuff, and the theft by deception. They're actually pursuing that case. And I think that's why Lisa's trying to clean up her act. Honey, rehab is not going to save you. Not at all. She's changed her PP at least 3 times in 1 week. Okay. I'll send it.
Thank you, Mike.
It's surviving day by day.
I got 20. Okay, well, where is it?
Look at it.
Travis sent a penny. Thank you, Travis, for the penny.
And then she goes off because she's not getting any money, okay? Every day is something new with her. This is another one, Chef Carl, which I haven't seen him on in a while. But Lisa is a disgusting piece of crap. She was living in a house with roaches. Her son was living with roaches when that 911 call went in. It's when Officer 187 called in, she said they needed a hazmat suit. This woman is filthy. Oh my God. This parody Chantel did was funny as shit. You guys need to check out Chantel's channel. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, but don't believe Lisa. Don't give that woman any money. Oh, Chef Carl was banned. Oh, that's why he hasn't been on. You know, there are 4 ways. 4 ways. Okay. Tell your co-workers, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, you know, even if I'm not on, you can always donate. People, it's the last day of the month. I need money. You know, I need to make my threshold. Go ahead. So anyway, this is, Chef Carl was banned. Damn. Have a happy Halloween, everybody. And we're going to get out of here. Have a great day. I don't know who's going live today. Have no idea. I saw E11 went live yesterday. I need to catch up on that. I need to watch her live. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Be safe out there. And if anything's happening that's going on, breaking news, I don't know. I may be back because I got to see what's going on in the news because my phone, Heath, hi. Heath, girl, I mean, I'm so happy to see you. How are you? How are you, sweetie? I will definitely see you guys later. Don't forget, keep an eye out. You know, if you haven't voted, please vote. I don't care who you vote for. Vote for what's going to work for you. But please let your votes count for something. Love you guys. Have a great day. And I am out of here. Bye.
Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer.